Hey everybody, it's Dr. Maya Health and Mama Soul Doc. I'm not a medical doctor or a mental health care practitioner. Don't you think a doctor would never wear these kinds of glasses? So anyway, I'm going to start wearing them for my hypnosis tip channel. HYP TIP, I should call it maybe. Anyway, so hypnosis tips. Okay, here's the tip for today. Isn't it weird? Try this. Isn't this weird when people say, my ex, my ex-husband, my ex-boyfriend, my ex-girlfriend? Let me ask you something. If someone is your ex, why are you still possessing them? What is the point of calling them yours? They aren't. That's the whole point of being an ex. So there's something very strange about how the mind frames and formulates its concept of the past. So because it's inaccurate to say my ex, and by the way, we can also extend this to lots of ways in which people address themselves: my dysfunction, my trauma, my pain, my, on and on, my lack of whatever, my poverty. It's like we have this addiction to speaking from our ego state, which is normal because that's what we're familiar with. But the truth is, none of these things are ours. And the more we call them ours, the more we cement the fact that they are sticking to us. So instead of saying my whatever, I want you to think about rephrasing into a more accurate statement. So for example, my ex is really somebody I dated at one time, or the, mother of my kids, or a good friend of mine, perhaps. The ex thing can be reformulated so that it actually represents the current relationship, not the past. This is also true for all of these kinds of claims. My trauma. Well, if you're working through your trauma and you're coming out of your trauma, or you're in process, or you feel healed from it, why do you have to call it yours? It can be a series of things that I experienced, or things that I've learned from, or challenges that I've had, or learning opportunities, even better than challenges. If you watched one of my past videos, you can see that sometimes it's better just to rephrase a thing in a positive. So there's so many ways we could extend our language and extend the way that we phrase our lives so that our mind could wrap itself around the future and what's possible, instead of things that we used to be, or things we're hung up on, or things that bother us. So I want you to start to watch your language when you're speaking inside of your head, when you're speaking to others, when you're speaking in public, when you're speaking at work, and just notice how fast and easy it is to fall into that ego-driven state of my negative thing, my thing that I don't want anymore, and rephrase it now into an accurate assessment of the current state of events and the current relationship. Let me know how it goes. Give it a try. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to talk about. And thanks for listening. This is Mama Soul Doc in Montreal, Quebec.